Ooh, ooh, look at me. I got my cheetah camouflage going on. Hello, that means I'm gonna move swiftly, swiftly. Tap that like button if you were with me, my friend. Put some thumbs up or some explosions in the comments down below to let me know you are ready to go. Rets to go. That's what my children used to say when they're little. Mom, we rets to go. And I'm like, that's right, boys. Let's get up and go. We were very adventurous and outdoorsy when I was not working in the garden in order to feed us. We would take off to the zoo and go to adventures. We also went to the Science Museum. That was, my birthday's January 3rd. So when you're one of those people whose birthday is right by Christmas, you know how that goes, right? So I would get a little, what was it, a membership card to the zoo and to the Science Museum. So that way I would be able to take my children all year and finances and income would not be an issue or a problem. I mean, they were very inexpensive. It was like $25 or something for me and my kids to be able to get in, where regular price was like $12 a person per time. So we would just get up and out of our environment to feel that freedom, that liberation, that fresh wind, that fresh fire that we talk about here. So there's some of that going on. And it's like choosing what our rhythm, what our beat, rhythm is gonna get you, what it's gonna be when you're going through this, instead of letting the factors, the facts, the reality dictate who you are. Because everything I've been going through is not who I am. The who and the do are not the same. I'm ready to get it straight, get aligned in my truth, and dance with that beat, dance to that rhythm, tune my streams to that, and then let the fruit of that truth come forward. No longer the weeds and the disguises, okay? Because I can tell you, I had planted a laurel tree or bay leaf where I used to live when I had a home, and I would send my kids out to go get some while I was cooking. But then after a couple of years, there was a mocker, a weed that grew up right next to the stalk. I mean, the tree was this big around, which is big for a laurel tree. And here came this other little thing with leaves that almost perfectly match it. And having to get into the teachings to instruct my children and show them the fine details and the differences between the two so that we're not fooled. Those mockers and things, man, they will get straight up in your grill trying to wear your face and tell you who and what you are and what you are not. Don't listen. Go to your heart and listen to your heart. This isn't a time to change and transform and revolutionize who you are. No, the revolution is taking another turn, another step forward into the truth of who you are, and leaving that shizdizzery behind you. Because I'm telling you, I got 15 minutes of sleep last night. But man, were they glorious. I remember checking the clock going, okay, I've taken my pain meds. Hopefully I would love to sleep for 5 hours straight. And I lay there, and then all of a sudden, wham, something hits the window. And I'm like, there's stuff that's been hitting my window on the second floor. So, and leaving the marks there too. It's been pretty interesting. But I was like, oh, okay, what time is it? And I saw that 15 minutes had passed. I was like, because once it's broken, that's it. And I decided right then, I said, you know, sleep or no sleep, you're not going to make me weary. You're not going to test and try me. I'm going to stay at peace. I'm going to move through this energy. I'm going to appreciate and celebrate this time. So I just began to think, feel, not just think on word it, but to allow the flow to move through my body, the appreciation for the new to me card that my parents got me. I'd gone into my journal because I was feeling this uprising of energy, and generally I draw. That's what they are. They're prayer cards. They're things that bring that which does not exist into existence, right, through meditation. I do them as energy works for people as well, but they also come through for the world. And I know once they're created, that is it. And especially once they're colored, and they're colored by the client, or if they choose to have me color it for them, to vision it for them, they're really very powerful. And I felt it coming. I'm like, I need a pen in my hand. I need a pen in my hand. And I thought, well, which journal do I use? And there was one right beside me. It's like that one right over there. I was like, oh, how funny that I have that up here ready and waiting to go. You know, funny, like, haha, like, thank you, life, for loving on me and being ready for this moment, because you already saw it, knew it was coming, right? And I go to turn it open. It has one of those elastic bands that's a keeper that can keep it closed, but in this case it hasn't really been traveling, so I've kept it elasticized where my last entry was, which was in November when I'd spent a day with my older son. Bless him. I love you, Bubba. Beautiful soul. Wow. The most forgiving person I've ever met. But anyways, that one was the last size down. And Spirit's like, yeah, you're going to start past here, but I need you to look here real quick. So I turned back 2 entries, and 2 entries had been February 16th of 2022 when this person hijacked him and took him and forbid me to see him. And I was just coming undone. I'm like, God, what else do you want from me? You've asked for everything in my life, and I'm feeling stripped and raw and broken and forsaken, you know. And God, didn't know this was coming. Celebrate, celebrate, woo, woo. Coming back to life, coming back to life. And I saw that and I was like, wow, that's raw. I feel that. I remember that moment, but it was still very alive right now, right? With everything going on and him being in the hospital and me going through this configuracy stuff, right? And then I saw the next entrance from June 2nd of 2022, and it said, wow. Not me at this moment, but the entrance was like, wow, what a difference from the last time I wrote in this, because y'all, I'm still scrambled, journals everywhere, trying to get it together, I promise you, as I assume we all are. But I saw it, and in there, I was going on about, you know, just taking that moment to watch the sun, to breathe in the beauty, to appreciate where I'm at, even though I still hadn't had contact with my son at that point. They had taken him off to Miami. But anyways, in there I said, well, thank you for my new car, because I knew there was coming a time and a day that my little genie couldn't make it anymore. I knew we were already limping along. I knew we had already bandaged ourselves and tucked our wings, and every day I would thank her for every bridge she helps me cross and all the life that she's helped me traverse. I'm serious. Talk to your cars, okay? Talk to your shoes, talk to your children, talk to yourself. And give it some love. So, you know, there's that cheetah pattern. But it was the couple of phrases that followed that shook me, because part of what is ripping me apart is going, Joy, you can't make any of this happen. How are you gonna make the impossible possible? And I'm like, I don't know. I just know to stay in faith and to keep growing and developing, and not staying locked into the limitations of just what I'm experiencing and what's being proven to me, shoved in my face, like slipped up in my grill, right? And right after it said, thank you for my healing. And then it said, thank you for restoring my sons. Now, I love both of them fiercely. They're totally different, and I love them individually for exactly who they are. I don't talk about my other son a whole lot because he is cognizant and fully cognizant. And so it's not my place to be sharing too much about him, right? So anyways, when I saw that hand inside of me, that hope that's been holding me steady and telling me to go forward, it's like, see, I didn't lie to you. Because all these nights that I'm awake, I keep thanking God for my car, because I was like, if I didn't have that new car, I literally would be dead right now. You know, when your kidneys run out of energy and you're sitting right on the brink of it all being over in the matter of a day or two. You don't have time to get hung up on these things. As soon as I can get myself together, I breathe through it. As soon as I can get myself together, when it's wanting to go, oh, I go hee hee hee, ha 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 ha. Or when I'm wanting to fall into the ground, I dance a few steps and go, it's okay, body. Here's the happiness that you're looking for, right? But there was that hand rising up inside, pointing to the page, going, do you see it? Do you see it? Do you see it? It's already happening. It's already happening. They're inseparable. Oh, I look forward to the day when y'all get to meet him and he is whole. And you get to hear from his wisdom and his beauty and his life. I mean, at 2 years old, he could stop a crowd of grown men, 3-piece suits, movers and shakers, and just him being his natural self. So I guess I'm here to encourage you, don't give up. Like this box says, believe. Keep living it. Keep living it. And as these shockwaves or these pulses are coming through, which are these otherworldly energies trying to get you to agree with their philosophy and to be slave to that mentality, servant to that mentality, where you do all the work and everything goes to some other bank account, some other energy account, some other dream, while you live the nightmare, while you live the drudgery, while you live the hold on and wait another second. Could you pull forward, please? We need to take care of all these other people and then we'll get to you. So there's yours cold, yours is this, yours is that. Don't you log any complaints. You get what you deserve. That's trash talk, friend. Okay? So, as I've promised, or as it really is, I don't even have to promise because I'm here. As a promise fulfilled. As friends, we're walking through this together. And maybe me sharing the scenarios and situations and principles and things help correlate to your life and give you encouragement in your own lingo, in your own language, right where you're at. It's already happening. And so much has happened to my precious son since that June 2nd day. Things that could look horrific and devastating and destitute and deserted and left for dead, But there's some power working on your half. Don't give up on you, friend. No, you can't do it all. But life itself loves you, and life is bigger and greater than any of this. Look at the force. It doesn't sleep or slumber. It might rest, but it does not stop. It keeps going. Okay? So, make sure you schedule time for you to rest, time for you to celebrate, time for you to praise, time for you to stop and smell the roses or the coffee, to taste your meal that you're putting in your mouth. Even if it's only a few bites that you can endure. Be thankful for them. Appreciate them. Even when you want to quiver, quake, and vomit them all up, just stop for a moment. Go, oh, I really like this. I am thankful for this. My body is happy with this nourishment. I choose life. And it can temper that energy. And as it begins to temper it, then it can also transform it. And I just live it moment by moment. Okay, well, do me a favor and tap that like button. I love you. I believe in you. Those things that your soul is desperate for, desperate to see and experience in this physical world, are possible. They are possible. And I pray they're coming for you, friend, that they're coming to chase you down. It's not all about how well you believe, but do you keep living? Do you keep going? Do you keep choosing life? Just stay with that in the moments, okay? And watch all this be added to you. I love you, and I'm cheering you on. Woo, woo, just like I'm cheering me on. Woo, woo. Okay, we'll talk soon. Love you.